This is a very timely topic, given that so much of the world that we live in today was inherited from the Cold War. It's literally in the shadow of the Cold War, which is the theme of the conference. And this is particularly true for the international system. So many of the structures of the international order really come to us from the Cold War.
And it is now resurfacing. If you look at what is happening across the world, you can see the resurgence of nationalism affecting global integration.
We've tried not to focus primarily on the European theater, the European context. So we actually have participants from India, from China, from Nigeria, who are working on non-European topics. We also have people from North America and from Europe who are working on non-European topics as well, focusing on questions of establishing borders in the post-war period, establishing new borders, establishing the legal status of citizens and refugees and migrants, and dealing with the question of statelessness.
We need to see historically how the reconstruction and reconstructive processes took place, how people worked together on both micro, macro, and finally the meso level, and connected and transferred ideas on how to rebuild the world that was destroyed after World War II.
The presentation is an intersection with various sub-themes of the conference, such as migration in global perspective, population dislocation, as well as management, and intercontinental connections of AIDS. All this put together is a window into the broader conversations on the post-war reconstruction as a global process, informed by the intensifying Cold War and the advancing decolonization.
I'm very interested in the ways that management of refugees occurred in Trieste, in a city that was, from 1947 to 1954, technically a free state, a free territory. In reality, that experiment was never realized, but it complicated the efforts to assist refugees. And I'm particularly interested in the ways that these management processes reflected and fed into the 1951 Geneva Convention on Refugees, which is still the guiding instrument for refugee protection. And in our post-Cold War world, we are living with a Cold War instrument that doesn't recognize in its definition of refugees the many kinds of displaced persons today that are coming from environmental catastrophes and other sorts of situations.
The question of how people imagine alternative political orders gained a lot of attention in recent years. And it was amazing to attend a conference where this question was posed by so many scholars. Furthermore, it was a conference that attended people from all over the world, and we dealt with a lot of world regions. It was not just Eurocentric. And we discussed a lot of different concepts, and that was inspiring.